All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Concept Art Design in VR, or as my girlfriend would say, "What the f?" Um,
Stop saying. You
I
didn't
want.
share your link anyway.
I wonder if you can hear her anyway.
You didn't share your Twitch.
Um. Anyway, here we are this morning. I'm thinking we're going to build another robot. Um.
What you doing? You didn't share.
mhm. Um. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do, but she's getting on me for not sharing my Twitch link, and I understand that. The problem on Facebook is if you share links, it doesn't show up. So
But people don't want to Google this for you.
I'm hoping people, I've shared it enough that I'm hoping people know where it is. And if they don't,
They don't care.
well, I don't know. But that's why. Um, so I'm just sketching again. I'm not 100% starting to design, but something, it's kind of Imperial Walker like, I guess, a little bit. Could be cool. Um, doesn't feel top heavy. Feels like it's relatively balanced. Do we give it arms?
My legs.
I like mechs with arms, but walkers are also cool. Maybe just build a walker this time, since the last couple have been more mech-like. So maybe we'll make this one more vehicle-like. Something like that, maybe? That's possible. Let's sketch at least one more out and see. Um, again, I want to start with the legs this time. And long thigh. We're going with the digitigrade legs. And a really long that. Something like that. And then let's see. Actually, I don't want to do just that yet because I want it to be. There we go. Okay, so if that's the leg, and I'm actually gonna, so I stay consistent. Let's rotate. I'm gonna move them. Very simple to do now, so let's do it now. So they're more vertical. Yeah. Okay. And then like that. Like that. It's different looking. I kind of, again, I've seen that a billion times. I'm getting to like these more vertical looking mechs, just for me personally, because I haven't seen them a billion times before. Something like that as a walker. I don't know what it's used for. I mean, like we could put some weapons and stuff in here and whatever, and that would make it kind of accurate. Give it more like a head shape. Yeah. Well, maybe. It's kind of strange. I'm not really afraid of kind of strange. I think probably I've shown that by now. It's kind of strange is usually a positive for me. Scratch my forehead one sec. Okay. But I've not seen it a billion times. So let's do it. Let's go with something like that. Erase the more generic one. This is why it's important to sketch a little bit, because you tend to start with something generic, or at least I do. You kind of have to get it out of your system. And so kind of like cockpit's going to be like in there maybe, and something there. Maybe. All right, well, we're going to use this as a starting point. I think it's going to get changed a bit, but let's decrease its res and then duplicate it and go back up here. Move this off to the side. Kind of keep it at a 3/4 angle so we remember what it looks like. And we will kind of come back to it again a couple times, I think. We're also working kind of small, and that's good because I think it'll keep our poly count down. So let's paint it red. Which will just help us see what our sketch layer was versus where we're going with it. And all right, so now let's go another new layer. Increase the res once, twice, because we're fairly small. Well, yeah, okay. We're fitting inside there. Okay, so into the clay tool. And we need to start filling in this shape. I'm going to start with the legs, I think. Let's see if we can't. No. Let's go to single. Leg there. And we'll use the same piece here because it's roughly the same length. We'll move it a bit more in. Like there. And then we'll switch to that piece there. Leg. Okay. And then make it bigger. Same piece there for some kind of an axle on both sides. Okay. Then we're going to want continuous line. Just going to do it this way. I'll use the same piece just to see what it gives us. Point to point. Point to point. It's kind of a neat shape. And then do the same thing up. To there. And up to there. And right. Across there. I think that might give us enough that we can now build this sucker. Let's see. Turn off that one. And yep, that gives us our basic framework I think we can use. So let's start doing it. I'm going to go to, let's start with mechanical. I'm kind of starting with the legs today. I'm going to use my, what I think of as my Simon Stollenhog joint. Go back to single. And I'm going to try something this time. I'm going to try switching my paint colors around. And another new layer. Just, yeah, so we can see what it looks like a little bit differently. I think this might help me going forward. I was watching the last Medium monthly thing that they do, and the guy who designed the Archangel Hellfire mechs was on, and he does this thing. It kind of reminded me it's a good idea, since we can do some color coding, to do a bit of that. So we got those joints there. Now we need some kind of a bigger joint here. And it's going to be like our ball joint for connecting that there. And let's go to the new layer. We're still inside. So let's start filling out the shape here now. Custom shapes. These are my babies that I've built. You've seen me use them before. I kind of probably need to build some new ones again soon, because these things, you don't want to wear them out too much. But let's go with another new color too. Slightly red. Very red. I don't know about that shape though. Let's just make it more. Well, that's backwards. Maybe. But we'll start there. Now let's go to Move Tool, Active Layer Only, and adjust these shapes by pulling them, so that we do get some variation and it's not just Lego parts. Someone asked me yesterday if you could just use pre-built parts or if you could model your own, and clearly you can and want to model your own as much as you can, just to keep things looking like your mech versus somebody else's idea. But that doesn't mean you need to model everything. And for me, I just like the Move tool so much. Fill that in, even though I'm going to probably cover it all up, but I'll have to get that part later. Okay, so we're standing there. Just want to make sure that it keeps standing all the time, that we don't lose that whatever. Let's go with these parts. And no, the right side out. Fill out that there. And then another square thing of some kind. Just use this piece. Like that. Yep, cool. And then use it again. That's fine. And then let's go across the top with continuous line constraint. That in there. Maybe the same thing here. That in there. Sure, just to fill it in. No need to, but I don't know, it makes it feel better to me. So we want to make that like a center square area. So we're going to leave this part empty, but we do need something vertical here. Do this piece, sure. Like that. And we need to fill in there. Let's go to new layer. And grab that shape there. And change the color to green. Why? I don't know. Why not? Oh, I'm on. Am I outside my... No, I'm not outside. I want to go to single though. Okay. Okay. And continuous square. I'm gonna erase that off. And then back to single. Pick out the shape. Okay, and actually shrink it down so I can do it this way. Nope. Okay. And it won't stay green, don't worry, because I know it looks a little bit disconcertingly strange right now. Just using it to fill in those parts there. And no, let's do this piece here. On a new layer. Yeah, go away. Go away. Just increase it one. Fill in. Okay. These are basic forms that we're looking at so far. It's kind of interesting. The legs need to be a little bit oomphier. I think they need to be, that needs to be longer. Legs are that, yeah. There we go. Yeah. So shape-wise, I'm kind of wanting to go with medium, short, long. Like that. Yeah, okay. Feels all right. It's kind of bizarre, but it feels okay. We need to do, let's make some feet now. And let's quick save. Okay, so we're gonna go with some feet. And I'm gonna just use this triangle piece again. I kind of liked it last time. That's different color. I used to hit the color button. Okay, here's that. Now we're gonna decrease the size a little bit. Go with what is sort of hopefully somewhat similar to your classic mech claw. Something like that. And then we're gonna, okay, all right, good enough. I like that. We're gonna need to do more, obviously there, but it has feet. Looks like it could stand. It's kind of scrawny, but I think we're gonna build onto the front a little bit more. I think that'll help. Okay, let's go back. So we're staying on feet. Let's go with my cylinder shape here. I'm filling that in there. So that, yeah, let's try to line it up better though. Okay, yeah, just to make it feel like it's got a full-on foot. Now, let's see. Other things I want to mess with now. I'm gonna go through and I kind of want to have some like counterbalance forms here and here, like that. Don't really know why. There's no, I mean, it's obviously it's not part of it, but I'm gonna fix that up a bit more. Okay, yeah. There we go. Okay. Now, what next? We need to do some work in here. Bit of work in here. Let's do that front part now. Another new layer. And I want to make this more oomphy. Something there. Something there. Giving us rise to just use this piece again. It's kind of backwards, but kind of not bad. No. 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 Want maybe just a. Should I have a neat looking ball shape? I might just do a ball. To a ball thing there. Yeah, I'm liking that. And then from there, let's see what that piece looks like. Am I on my own? What layer am I on? So just on that centerpiece. Good. Okay. And then we can go in something like that. Yeah, that's cool. I don't know what it does, but it's cool. Doesn't really need to do anything. And then we'll go back to that kind of neat, just pole shape down. Okay, and now it's got more front to it, and I like that. It's not enough yet, but I like it. And again, we're trying a different shape here. There's no guarantee that this will be what the director wanted, but this is our crazy mech versus trying to make everything look like it came out of Star Wars or Mech Warrior. We're going to try giving him something that he might not know he likes until he sees it. That's the hope. And of course, he might hate it, which is always the danger with these things. No, I don't like that there. I might like it here, though. Increase it around a bit more. Gives it a bit more of a backside. It's kind of got some jump jet action going on maybe now. Or at very least, it's like an engine feel. And if we're going to go with an engine feel, let's go to our custom built. And how does this engine work? I don't know if I've used this piece much. I don't think I have used it a lot. It's kind of a more prosaic engine than maybe I want. It's a little low tech, but I don't hate it there. And I think we can maybe add on to it. So cool. And all that's that front part. So let's go to another new layer just to go some more options. And pick a different color. So we know we're doing something different. And let's see. Those shapes here. Something like that. All right. Yep. Fill in that gap there. Yep. Cool. I haven't done any warping in a while, and I think we kind of need to, just to make sure things are feeling like it's not just bashed together. So let's try about this piece and bring down our inner radius a little bit. Or not, maybe. Let's leave up our inner radius. Let's see what happens if we just grab that and take it down. Like that. How do we feel? Maybe too much. I kind of like having those there. So let's shrink that down and do it from here. like that. Not quite. There we go. Okay. Again, I don't want it to feel like it's just a Lego put together thing. That's not my goal. My goal is to get a sense that I had some part in this and that it's designed. I think what I'm actually going to do is erase that tip. Yeah. And save. Okay. So I like that. I don't like that. So this is on our, what level? Layer 3, right? Yeah. So let's just go through now. Now that we've done a little bit more and get rid of that. See if there's anything else we really don't want or need anymore. We don't need that. Don't need that. And yeah, don't need that. Well, maybe I do. We'll leave that there for now. Not feeling these things though for right now. I'm gonna have to put something there, but and not feeling those pointy things there either. That's on 10. Yeah. Actually, you know, I'm not really feeling those at all. Those don't work for me. Those do though, so okay. Go back to building now. And this is that turret shape. That doesn't mean I have to use it as a gun. I can do things with it as well. That, or even like that. That's better. And then we can take that part and drag it up to make it fill out the shape a little bit better. Yeah. And okay. Let's do some armor plating now of some kind. Another new layer. This one I'm going to only increase 1 because I don't think we need a lot of it. And shapes. Actually, let's go mechanical. See if we can't use some of their pre-built things. And change our color. Something like that, but let's see if we can't line it up a little better. Okay, and then get out a little bit like that. And then do the same thing here. But maybe not. Well, let's drag it like that a little bit. Try to keep it lined up though. Like that. Cool. Just make it feel a little bit more armored like. And then those can be cool places to put pipes to, or, you know, cables to come out of. So that's cool. Okay. And then maybe the same thing here like that. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, from the side, it's not imposing at all. It doesn't feel aggro. I'm not sure we want it to, but it doesn't. So just something to be aware of. Flip this around. Like that. That helps a little. Doesn't have any kind of like a head shape, and that might help it a little too. I don't want to use that same old helmet though that I've been using the last couple times. It just feels done. Maybe like that. Something, maybe more like that. That feels a little better. These colors make it feel like a toy, but I think we can fix that pretty fast. And, something to try. Okay, now let's see if we can pull that down and in so it's lined up properly. And that's a mess right here. Not sure I'm ready to deal with it yet, but it's definitely a mess. And that's a mess still. There's more I want there. Grab some of these parts. Let's see if it lines up. Maybe like that. Okay, cool. And then covers that up a little bit more. Just greebly bits. Lots of greebly bits. But I dig it. And then there's no real need because this doesn't turn. But just put those out there like that. Colors are like Optimus Prime. And this just up in there like that. Just to give us a sense that it's doing something. We're going to throw some cables up there too in a minute, but all right. Still working for me. I think along here I want something as well. And I'm being picky because like the odds are you'd never see that. Cool. Do I want some glowy bits? It's layer 6. Can do that. Cool. That's something I learned from watching that. What you call it? Medium thing the other day was that if you click on a part, it'll pull it up. So we're going to put some glass in there. I don't think there's any reason to increase the layer. And there. And square part. There. Sure. Let's go back to layer 6. And just make that a little less simple. It's got that now. Here's our centerpiece, which is cool. And go back down to layer 12. And make sure it's big enough. It is. Okay. So it gives us some glass something of that layer. Let's just do the same shape. So this is going to be part of our glass thing as well. Actually, I'm not going to use that part. I'm going to use this thing. Getting nice and tight so I can see it. Oh, we do need to increase the res. Maybe even one more. Okay, that's good enough. So that'll be the same color glass as that top part. And then we'll do another new layer. And increase it once, but not a lot. And let's do the same thing here with a different color glass. Good enough. And good enough. Give us some like lights and that kind of thing to play with. Liking it, liking it, liking it. Not liking it yet. Layer 10 again, just work on that layer. And I need to cover that with something. And I think we need to make it probably, actually, we're going to run a new layer because I think I want to stretch it a bit just to make it more interesting. Use this tool. I haven't used this piece in a while. Color to that. New layer. Increase res, increase res. It's actually not even bad on its own. It's a piece like that. Don't hate it. But I said I would pull it, so let's pull it and see what we get. Yeah, there we go. Keeps it different. And different. Yeah, we've covered up that grungy crap. And it's better. Feeling it. Liking it a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna try turn off mirror and grab just that piece. Let's see how I feel about. One off the side. No, it feels too smokestacky. I do really want to do some some asymmetrical stuff though. It's been a long time, and I really haven't done anything asymmetrical. And it doesn't necessarily make sense that these things would be always lined up perfectly. Um, now it's not the same. How do I feel about it? Don't hate. Like I said, it's a weird looking robot. It doesn't follow your classically badass vibe. And I think the colors are kind of messing with me a little bit. But okay. Turn mirror back on for right now. New layer. Let's do some cables. Color, I'm just gonna go black. And start. It's a little large. one, like that. To there, like that. And then from there, like that. Just kind of using these pieces, these holes as we've created them, as an excuse to have a place for cables to come out of. And I dig on that. In there. In there. In there. I don't know that you can have too many cables. I mean, I'm sure you can, but I don't want that one to be symmetrical because I'm going to have to do something obviously different with it, but because the parts are not. Do we want more cables? I think we want like that, like that, a cable like that. Then we're going to turn off mirroring, and let's just save while I'm thinking about it. Connect this boy here, there, and this guy like that. Yeah. Okay. What else do we see that we want to do? It's getting pretty close to where I'd call him. Like I said, he's different. I don't know. But I do get tired of the same thing over and over again. 10 again, mirror again. And I think I'm just gonna go back to white. Make that bigger. Make that there. Can I stretch that? Yes, I can. To refill, place him there. That's on that part too. That. How do we feel? Do we like that? No, we don't like that. The idea, but it's not working just yet. Like that. Okay. Yeah, I just want to cover that edge up a little bit because it felt a little undesigned. Do that there. See, can I just? I haven't used this tool much in a while, but can we smooth that? No. Fill. There we go. That's better. Okay, so now it's one part. Clay. And let's try one more thing, just for the heck of it. Bigger. There. quite that extreme. And now we'll decrease the radius. Right up there. Just something. I don't even know what it would do, but like an armor plate over the engine. It'll let you kind of see in a little bit. Look without it being too in your face. Okay. Let's see. These lines on the feet are fine, but I'm just going to be picky. 8. And yeah, cool. Just for my model was too low res, didn't work on it. Yeah, good. And I am on symmetry. So we're just doing a bit of cleanup. It's ultra picky. But since I saw it, I'll do it. I'm not going to try to get all of it though. Cut in. Now that I'm here though, we will cut in. Just make these feel a little bit more designed. Okay. Yeah, there we go. And I think we're going to call this one. Let's go down to go up to layer 1 and just delete it. And layer 2, so you can see what our original was. And we stayed pretty close this time. Delete it. And then save. I realize these colors look wonky, but I'm going to take this into Keyshot now and unify it, and I think it'll look a little less like a toy Optimus Prime. I certainly hope so. We at 10 mil polys. That's good. Export. Thank you for staying with me today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I don't see any questions in the chat, but if you do watch and you enjoy, please subscribe. Again, you can keep up with this stuff over on YouTube. That's where I store all the archives. And I'm going to post up the final on Instagram in about an hour or so. All right, cool. Have a great Monday morning, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.